You know, I love a good extraction shooter. The high stakes, the tactical decision making, the risk reward balance. It's a formula that, when done right, can be amazing. But after giving Delta Force Operations Mode a shot, I gotta be real with you. This is one of the most lifeless, uninspired extraction shooters I've ever played. And we're gonna break down exactly why it feels so boring. Alright, so booting up Operations Mode, I was hoping for something fresh. Maybe some unique mechanics, a new spin on the extraction formula. But right away, something felt off. The menu system is functional, but completely uninspired. It's like they saw DMZ's UI, stripped away the polish, and called it a day. But whatever, menus don't make the games. The real issue? The second I loaded in, I just realized how empty this mode feels. So I loaded into my first match, and immediately I noticed the first major problem. There's zero tension. You know, if you've ever played Escape from Tarkov or even Hunt Showdown, you can feel that immense tension as soon as you spawn, that there could be people literally like 30 feet away from you, and you're stressed out because you're like, I could literally get sent right back to the lobby. Playing Delta Force did not feel that whatsoever. In most extraction shooters, every second feels like it matters. You're scavenging, you're listening for footsteps, you're making split-second decisions on whether to push or extract. But in Delta Force, I spent the first 3 minutes just walking in complete silence, wondering if I accidentally loaded into an empty server, really. And then, finally, some action. Oh, no. There's somebody on extract. We ran into like one player maybe, if even that. Or at least that's what I thought. But nope. Turns out, most of the enemies in this mode are just brain-dead AI, with some of the worst combat behavior I've seen in shooters in years. They don't take cover, they don't flank, they don't react like actual threats. They just stand there, soaking up bullets like they forgot they're supposed to be in a combat zone. And when they do shoot back, half the time their bullets either miss or feel like they're barely doing anything. And believe me, I come from Escape from Tarkov, and their AI is abysmal, but they have aimbot, so really, I can't harp on them too much on this part. So I get it. So maybe the AI isn't great, but what about the looting? After all, in an extraction shooter, the thrill of finding valuable gear and making it out alive is everything. But here's the problem. The loot system in Delta Force feels pointless. Everything I find feels generic and low value. There's no real excitement when I pick something up, or a new gun, or a new piece of gear. No feeling of, oh man, this is gonna change the way I play. Instead, it's just the same basic weapons, the same boring armor, and nothing that truly stands out. And the economy? Forget about it. There's barely any real progression. You can buy all your parts that you need for your version of the hideout. I think they call it night something. I can't even remember. And you can just level that up as you progress through your actual leveling up system. In Tarkov, looting rare items mean you can trade for better guns. Sometimes it's that you need to find certain items in a raid. In Hunt Showdown, cashing in bounties lets you build more powerful loadouts with perks and everything like that. But in Delta Force, there is no meaningful reason to care about what you bring in or out of a raid. And half the time when I did find something nice, my teammate just came and snagged it from me. And then we get into one of the biggest immersion killers, audio. Now, I've experienced abysmal audio. I come from Tarkov, and that audio is one of the worst things you can ever experience. But if there's one thing that can break or make an extraction shooter, it's sound design. And aside from not knowing where the person that's in front of me that I hear walking is on a mountain or in the basement or in front of me, there is no satisfying environmental audio that creates tension. It's completely lifeless. There's no wind, no distant gunfire that makes you paranoid, no tension building audio that makes you feel like you're being watched. Compare this to like a Hunt Showdown, a game that's absolutely nails environmental audio. In Hunt, you can hear crows take off in the distance. I know that's more of a game mechanic, but still, you can hear the crunch of footsteps in mud or different materials. You can tell exactly where an enemy is just by sound alone. Delta Force really doesn't have much of anything when it comes to audio. Another huge issue, and this one is honestly the biggest reason why I found it completely boring, is that the maps are so lifeless. Like, don't get me wrong, I love large scale maps if they actually have stuff happening in them. But in Delta Force, half the time, I'm just running in silence, hoping something interesting happens. There are barely any hot zones, no high-risk areas that force players together, nothing that makes me want to explore. It's almost like they designed these maps with PvP in mind, but forgot to put actually engaging mechanics in them. So what's the final verdict? After spending time in operations mode, do I think Delta Force extraction shooter is worth playing? Honestly, no. It's not the worst game I've ever played, but it's just so painfully uninspired. I didn't get to mention that there's different operators with different abilities and different equipment that you can use throughout the raid that you're in. The reason why I didn't mention it mainly because it's not my cup of tea. I don't really care for like hero abilities. I just like shooting, using guns, using your actual gear. And to be honest, maybe I'm just bad at Delta Force. I barely used him. I used a medic's healing gun mostly than anything else, but I mean, that's the one inspired thing that I would say that Delta Force does have. It's not the worst game I've ever played, but it's just so painfully uninspired. It's missing everything that makes extraction shooters great. Tension, immersion, a rewarding loot economy, and an engaging AI. If you want an extraction shooter that actually works, you're better off playing something else. Delta Force just feels like it was thrown together without fully understanding why this genre is popular in the first place. Now, will they improve? Maybe. But in its current state, it's so forgettable. And I see so many content creators making content about this game, and that's why I truly wanted to give it an honest, open perspective shot. But after trying it for a couple hours, I can say that this game is not what it's all hyped up to be. But hey, maybe I'm missing something. Did you play Operations Mode? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comments, because I really want to hear if anyone's actually enjoying this. And if you want to see more FPS content, or just want to watch me suffer through these games live, follow me on Twitch. I stream every Thursday, Friday, and Monday, 8 p.m. CST. Link is in the description. All right, that's it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Now go play something fun. Is there friendly fire? Should I test it out? Yo, is he fighting? Oh, he just broke some stuff. I hear people.
Enemy detected.
Jesus Christ, bro! I didn't know! Bro! It's my first time! They're up top, up top. Up top right. Go for the res, maybe?
Give me a hand.
Oh, GG's. There you go.